And Mithali Raj is a legend. The letter that the Prime Minister wrote to you, and you shared that letter on Twitter, and lots of celebrities, influencers commented on it. It's almost a reflection of what India thinks about you at large, that your success is beyond statistics and records. You are a trendsetter, an athlete who has broken many a glass ceiling, and a phenomenal source of motivation for others. Hundreds of young cricketers across men's cricket and women's cricket have found in you their inspiration and role model. What makes Mithali Raj a legend? And how do you see your own career and your own journey?
Well, I don't know what makes me a legend, but I think the journey was in a way tough, from where I started to where I see women's cricket today. Fortunate and grateful to see the transition in women's cricket from the times where there was absolutely no money, no resources. We were in obscurity despite, some very good performance by the team. And then you see, coming under BCCI in 2006-07, a lot of things have changed for betterment of women's cricket and women cricketers. One of the biggest and significant move was in 2016. We were given central contracts. So I think now things have started to roll post 2017 World Cup, just not in India but world over in terms of women's cricket. A lot of things have been happening to promote it globally, to brand the sport. The players in themselves are, they are big brands. So a lot of things are happening at a faster pace now, and I'm just happy to see all this while I was playing in my career.
And Mithali, you spoke about equality. Taapsee has been batting for pay parity for women in cinema. Is that really a point of convergence as well?
I think that's probably the one connect that I found with her even before I met her, because my awakening was when I read her statement to that question that was asked to her, which everybody now knows about, who's your favorite male cricketer? And when I read that answer as the headline, and then I researched on who this person is who said, because it just suddenly, that line spoke to me, even though I'm not in the same field, because I've been answering that question over a decade now. And then I saw who she was, and I was guilty of the fact that I myself didn't know about our women's cricket team. So because of that statement, I got to know about her, and then because of her, I got to know about the team and what they have done. And there onwards was my, correcting the wrong. And I think I kind of manifested it probably that I got it eventually in my lap, the film.
And that famous quote, a nation that loves cricket should also support the women's team, because you're not just men's cricket-loving nation. The cricket should matter and not the gender. Where did women not get their due? Perhaps in the past, things have changed at present, but where do you think the story did not unfold the way it should have been, or do you think it was almost a reflection of how the society has been in general, their approach towards gender and women?
I think it's a mix of both, I would say, because the matches, if it is not televised on television, people would not get to see the Indian team play or women play. And naturally, the perception to look at women playing cricket is not made unless they see it on television. And I feel that, visibility is so important in today's world. And also the perception of people in general to see sport for women as a career. That has changed in the recent past, but that was a big challenge in the 90s when I started playing, that sport was only meant for men. And we had a lot of role models in terms of men athletes, but very few that we had as role models in terms of women athletes. Like I remember P.T. Usha, Malleshwari.
Yes.
So they were just few, at that point of time, that as a young girl, if I want to get inspired watching them, there were just few. But now you have so many from different sport as your role model, whether it is cricket, badminton, tennis, boxing. You have every sport, you have a women athlete as a role model. So for a young girl to take it up, they have an inspiration to look at. So things have changed, but I think in a nutshell, it is the way the society has seen women taking up sport.
And that famous quote that I just read is Taapsee's. Taapsee, tell us about the film now. And how did you get the role? And when did it all begin?
It actually began 2018, I think, 19, yeah, 19, when I was approached by Viacom that we want to do this biopic. We don't have a script right now. We have her, yes, and we have research material. Are you ready to invest the time and effort that will be required to portray her on screen? And instantly that bulb in my head was like, oh, I know her. I know women's cricket because of her. So it is a no-brainer that I'll say instant yes. But then that commitment that was needed with it was something that I didn't preempt how much effort it's going to take out of me while I'm doing other films. So every day trying to learn how to bat, how to play cricket for someone who's never even picked a bat before in life. The only motivation was that this will not happen again. This is probably the first and the last time that her story is being told on screen. It is not going to happen again. She, for me, is the first lady in women's cricket in India, where, for me at least,
the first lady in blue.
Yeah. So it will not happen again. So for that sake, I need to give my more than 100%. A first movie made on women's cricket in India will not happen again. It'll already there'll be second, third, fourth, but first will not happen. So this will be one of its kind, and it'll be there for posterity. So it better be good, and you better do your best.